Not everything is what it seems. Appearances can be deceiving. Just as Charlotte deceived the people around her very well by showing that she was fine, that nothing was wrong, and that her life was completely normal.
After a few days, Charlotte was still in silence with her white clothes to cover her wounds, which she did not do but sometime, and or someone worse.
Silence, double-edged weapon, one of the most lethal that ever existed. With the slightest touch, the blade you fall into a void of fear. You can permit that. Unfortunately, that is the situation of the actuality, of the world and the people, especially the young ones, the children and the teenagers. Many think that it does not matter, that staying silent does not affect, but only when you are on the limit line, you fall headlong and understand.
Charlotte has suffered abuse by the people, especially by her stepfather, sexual abuse. Something that destroys her. Charlotte never said anything. She used smiled as always, Zoe, the only real friend of Charlotte, noticed that something was wrong with her. She used Charlotte and said, "You know you can count on me, right? Tell me, what have you so bad? It's been several days that you don't speak."
But Charlotte was bad as never. She was angry. She can tell. She feels like something invades her and impeding him to speak. By an impulse, Charlotte pushed aside, with tears in her eyes, adrenaline in her veins, with tremendous pain, and with all of her force, she replies, "I hate people. I hate this world."
It is not nice to get out of problems alone, but it is preferable that you always have someone you trust, someone who can really help you out, as Zoe did very well. The girl who helped her stop her feelings and motionless let Charlotte kill her parents.
After a few months, Charlotte told her mother about what her stepfather did to her, but her mother didn't want to believe. 1 day after, she suddenly saw the scenes when a apparently that touched the body of Charlotte. Charlotte's mother didn't doubt her dagger or in the confidence and courage she had when telling with him what was happening. That is not description of the moment.
Communication, the two sides of a person. Highs, truth, all the mistakes are made by yourself and unless you don't learn from them, there will be no escape.
If you start something, you have to finish it. Although its course may change, but can a murder start being a murder? The answer is no. It will practically be like teaching a blind man to different colors, something impossible. But nevertheless, communication is the basis of courage and amount and trust, so that his life is balanced.
Like Charlotte did.
Ashley and Liam are just 16. They are young, they love each other, but for love to hate there is only one step. Things can change in seconds. We must be flexible and able to adapt. However, remember, you must adapt to change. Change doesn't adapt to you. The things don't work in that way.
Education, the base of everything. If you educate children, they will do something amazing. But if there is no education, well, just go outside and look at all the world.
How I told you, Ashley and Liam, they can have a fantastic story or a broken heart with a lot of hate.
There are two ways to look at the story. Just think about both and select. First, Ashley was a normal girl. She was a student. When she got pregnant, everything fell apart. And Liam was a boy, a smart boy with a lot of potential. But he became a father, and the depression took them both. Liam was angry. Those beautiful ages that made Ashley fall in love turned into a dark look. She was scared. Leanne started to mistreat her, the child born beset on hate.
And as the saying goes, the town who doesn't know their story is condemned to repeat it. When the boy grows up, will commit the same mistake that his father made.
Can you imagine all the problems that this era led to? This initial problem, maybe you say, well, it was just a sad story, as can a simple cult mistake. Well, think about this. There is no just one couple. This is not a simple bad story. This is a real. This is real. This is a happening in the world. The girls become pregnant and well, you know the end of the story.
Unfortunately, that is not the situation that Ashley and Leon had. They were educated but stood hands to their fathers and teachers. They know their problems. They know lots of their responsibility, because the planification is something that the girls need to know. There is no secret in that. It is better to know the consequence of pregnancy than to raise a situation as such without any support.
There are many ways to get informed about the topic. Again, education is everything. For the ones that can't pay or for the different cases, the government should give sexual classes to the person of law resources because was the person that most common happen these problems.
One day, some parents with financial problems sold their 13-year-old daughter named Jennifer.
I am so excited to go another country other than mine. Although I wonder how my parents send me another country if they don't have money.
The girl is carefree, but doesn't know what will happen to her.
I see an uncle, even though my parents will never tell me all him, but he has nothing like my father. I see a girl who will make good honor and at the end of her life. Hello, Jennifer. My brother told me about you. Well, let's go home.
At that time, the girl was already to slave to evil man who wanted her for money.
Here is your home, Jennifer.
When they arrived and that bad man put Jennifer to work without giving her a reason. A few days later, Jennifer was tired. After working to earn money and sleeping on the floor to give her a 5 minutes break.
Uncle, I am already very tired from working so hard. Can I go out to play? You can't. Now, go and sell chicken gum heads.
After a brief and strong discussion, the terrible bad man hit poor Jennifer. But what he hadn't noticed was that there was a man at the window and he saw what happened.
I can't believe what that man is doing to that poor girl. I must tell the police quickly before they see me, because if they see me, who knows what he's going to do me.
saying that Marcus ran out, although he didn't take into account the noise that he made. He managed to call police to take it away and take him to a bear family. The man was sent to jail for 5 years.
I hope he touched me with a better big family and not that the same bad man, because he will repeat the same.
Julia is a pretty normal girl of 9 years old. She goes to school, she passes her time with her parents, she has friends, etc. But one day her father takes her to play and eat some ice cream to the park. And Julia was pretty happy and she was enjoying. But in a moment, while Julia's father gets busy on his phone because of some stuff at work, and when he's looking for Julia, she isn't there anymore. Worried, Julia's father goes and asks all people in the park if they have seen a small raven hair and with a pink shirt girl. Everyone says that they have seen her, but that her went with a man and they thought that it was her father. So he called worried to the police for his little daughter. So when the police arrived, they saw for minutes and hours the security cameras, because there they can see something that helped to find the girl. So, in the cameras, they saw the car of the man that kidnapped her. The police followed it to a little and ugly house, and they found the girl. And the police handcuffed the stranger man that took her. After this horrible event, Julia learned to not go with strangers, and Julia's dad learned not to stop taking care of her daughter in public space.
Today, we're going to know the story about Mary Jane, a girl who was found in the forest with some scratches. The father of this girl thinks that Mary gets hurt in the forest, but they don't know that his daughter was using in a satanic ritual, and she was possessed by an evil entity. And this will start with the series of stranger comportments of this girl. 2 weeks later, the father of Mary was so worried because she was doing some stranger things, like making damages to herself or put blood in the wall with some scripts and etc. The dad of Mary talked with a lot of people who probably helped him, but they all failed because no one knew what happened to Mary, or probably what she had. So the father went to the church to ask for a spiritual help. But hopefully an exorcist was in the church. The father go faster to him and he said if can help with a problem they have his daughter. And this will be the conversation. Excuse me, sir. You are an exorcist? Oh, oh, of course, man. I am an exorcist. In what I can help you? Look, exorcist. My daughter get lost one day in the forest. When we found her, she began to have strange behaviors, and we think that she have kind like a spirit event song. And I know this sounds like a fantasy, but please help us. Don't more worry, man. I will help your daughter. But you have one direction of the house to go in 1 hour? Oh, of course. Let me write it. Here is the direction. So you're going to my house in 1 hour. Okay, and yes, I will go into your house in 1 hour to help you daughter. Oh my god, thank you, exorcist. You are my hero. Don't worry, man. It's my job. So I will see you in 1 hour in your house. Okay?
1 hour later.
The exorcist went to the house of the father to do the exorcist. The father opened the door. The father of Mary Jane took the exorcist to the room of Mary. The exorcist was impacted because the room of Mary was a lot of blood in the floor, in the wall, and etc. The exorcist go near to Mary and he says that the exorcist will start. He was 1 hour helping Mary. She put like in all the room some special things to get out the demon, and he says all the time, the power of God is with you. The power of God is with you. The power of God is with you. But finally, he made it. Don't worry, sir. It's my job. And if you don't want that this happen again, don't try to let her go to places so far away. And if she goes, take a companion to. And I recommend that you need to take your daughter to a doctor because the lack of blood can't hurt her. I don't know, but I recommend that. So now Mary is safe with his father, and all have a good final. But the real question is, this story will happen again? Bye bye.
Hi, there were two girls with a very different personality. One was called Isabel. She was a girl who was very vain with her appearance and was very interested in who people say her. But Emily was totally to the opposite of Isabel. Emily did not care who she looked. She would like to be conforming with herself and is not interested in the opinion of others. Although Isabel was bullying Emily for the way she dressing, but everyone calling her badly. But the one that made her the most bullying was Isabel. She could don't see it is out making her feel bad. Although Emily did not care much what people say about her and her dancing. I'm sorry, I was a little distracted because I'm running late. Not ordinary. Me, you are tramp with no clothes. Your parents not have money. You need you small, but if you dressing like me, no, you all head over me. You're poor. And what do you know about my life? And you don't have the right to tell me to change to please people. I don't want to be someone like you. Safe? So you not want to be someone like me so uniquely. Do you want me to tell you the truth? I don't want to take your position away. Good day. No, I wouldn't like to be like you for the moment. Is that clear to you? Goodbye, I'm late for my class. Bye. You won't stand my time. A few weeks before going on vacation, she began to change her way of dressing a bit, but nobody noticed the change. They continued to speak badly of Emily. She was already changing more clothes, as her 16th birthday was approaching. Weeks went by and they all went on vacation. They only had 3 weeks. When she returned to class, she had completely changed her appearance and arrived in a Jeep Wrangler. Everyone thought she was a new girl and they wanted her to be different. Isabel also wanted her to be different.
Hello, are you new drink? Do you want to be my friends?
2 things to say. 1. No, I'm not new. And 2. No thanks, I don't want to be your friend. You really don't know who I am, Isabel? Do you recognize me? I'm Emily.
Emily?
Yes, Isabel, Emily. The same as always, whom you treat that badly, well, you just get by her way of reasoning, but as no different if you want to be my friend, and not like that. I shall not be. People are not judges for her appearance. Being friends with someone, what matters is her personality.
Children must be insulted. Be their parents to respect people different from you.
Thank you.